Okay, it's time for today's CSS Battle. Let's see what we've got. Interesting. Okay, let's start with the nested template, I think. Set that background to that. Let's leave this as red for a minute. Beauty. And also go up from the bottom. $100 and $20. Solid. Pixels. Okay. Let's try doing that as 120. That gets us that. Let's get rid of the last bit. Temporarily. Also make this black color. Use border width 60 pixels, 60 pixels, 0, 60 pixels. Oh, close. How about okay, maybe it's the first one. Okay, that does give us that shape in the middle. We'll also get rid of its background like that. Then this background we will make a radial gradient at 100%, 100%. Transparent or 60 pixels. Gray to 120 pixels. Then transparent again. We'll make it a circle by using 1Q. Then we will shift this back by 120 off of, so 280. And then we'll shift it up 60 off of 300 40 pixels. My maths is out. 120 should be fairly close. And we'll make a second radial gradient. This time at 0, 0. No, 0, 100% rather. We're going to take these. We're going to make those into a variable. Call it colors. So C. Then we'll shift this 280 pixels minus 120 pixels. And that is a 100% match. We're going to minify, unit replace. Take out those last two characters. And that's one way of doing it. Is there a better way? Can you make a quarter circle with just one element and not do what I want. It's like 0. Make this transparent, then use maybe an outline. And do a clip path, a polygon, 0, 0, 50% 0, 50%, 50%, 0, 50%. Unfortunately, doesn't include the outline. Can we make it so that the clip path includes the outline? Probably can by going minus pixels, minus 60 pixels. Pixels. 50% minus 60 pixels. Might be the right arc, but we can't see. Make it 52. 20. Okay, so that would be that bit. I think this will end up being more code. Let's also change that to 50%. And let's also then do WebKit. What's reflect? Right, 120 pixels. I think that is not going to take into account I don't think you can use that, so that's a bit of a shame. With the second key, put in minus 120 there. That's at 240. With scale, minus 1, 1. And margin left of 20 off of 50 to 60 off of, so 340, 332. 238, 212, 212. That gets us those two again. Then what we can do on this background is a conic gradient. So 28, so 160. I think it's the same this way. So 60 to 240. 180. This color 75%. Gray the rest of it. And then we'll shift this in place. Around 120 pixels that way. And I think 120 pixels down. Nope. No, how about 80? 60? 60. Then we just make one more conic gradient. To 20 to 40. 120 pixels. Transparent. 25%. And then the yellow. We shift this in. So 40 off of 220 off of 180 pixels. And then down 60 pixels. That should also be 100%. That is indeed 100%. So we'll minify that and unit replace. That's not as good as our first one. Is there a better way that we could do those circles? Let's start once more. This time we will set that back down to that. We'll use display flex. We'll change this to Bobby. Set the margins on everything to 0. Widths of 120, 160 and 120. So we do T, make a curve. We do P and make it box. We do P, make it a curve and reverse it. T. 120. Background to a radial gradient, 1Q at 120 pixels, 120 pixels. Transparent, 60 pixels, 52, 120 pixels, then transparent. We move this into C, obviously. We also set the height here to 120. Lines those up. Then for B, we can do a conic gradient at 60 pixels. Height is this. 160 pixels high. 16. 240, so it's 180. So we want it at 120 pixels. Then we want transparent, 25%. And then the grey. We probably also want the background keyword in there. And we also want to set this height to 180. And then we need to say 0 slash and give this a width of 100 pixels. There is a third way of doing it. Unify that and unit replace. Take out any extra semicolons we've got. It's still not going to be as good as the first way. Okay, so we're going to load the way that we did first. Is there anything else I can do to this? Not that I can see. So that's where we're going to leave it. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.